the frozen tundra of Fargo, North Dakota. Nothing interesting happens here, but here is an interesting fact about me, who grew up in this neighborhood and is one of the most interesting people around. But before that, I need you to meet another person. I'm really excited to see her. Hi. Hi, the kitty. Hi. 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 Yes. Oh. Don't jump on your brother. He has a bad leg. So I grew up in Fargo. It was my mom, sister, and I. We moved around a lot. I went to a lot of different schools, lived in a lot of different apartments, and very early on, I realized that dogs and I had some similarities when I would go over to friends' houses or later on in life when we had dogs. What have you been up to? You walk fast.
Oh, yeah, it's a habit.
I see you like...
I'm usually go for a walk.
I'm walking.
Yeah. This is my daughter, Emily.
Big feelings.
She's a professional dog trainer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I own a training facility in Fargo.
Which one?
Smart Canine. I prefer like behavior rehab, so a lot of my staff is trained in like fearfulness, anxiety, aggression, things like that. I feel like at a young age, I was able to walk into strangers' homes, friends' homes, and resonate and empathize a lot with what dogs were going through.
I mean, I switch it around and change it, but you can tell. It's ChatGPT. That was you in my belly.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's somebody else's baby, so.
Yeah, look at this face. I wore it when I titled Got Finn's PSA 1.
5 or 6. You had to be 5 or 6. You guys used to love coloring chalk. She's always just been a leader. Not bossy and mean, but just like a leader. Always eating cereal.
It like got put in your trunk for winter. I had a teacher named Mrs. Tim. She was my 2nd grade teacher. And I loved Mrs. Tim. She always made an extra effort to make sure that I was okay. I kind of describe her like Mrs. Honey from Matilda. That was her personality that I got from her. And I really resonated and just felt very safe in her classroom. She was one of the first people that, looking back, was teaching me about relationships and building long-lasting, caring, mutually beneficial relationships with people. This is me in a nutshell. How you doing? I was wondering, this is Richard.
Both of our first time.
Yes, first time.
Appreciate everything.
Yeah.
We got like...
What's it kind of like? Can't say.
I feel like they like bubblegum. I don't know. It's pretty good dish.
Do you want that instead?
The margarita with a green hair. With a hot cold right now. I can please ice with...
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Logo out. This can be an ad. Cheers. Remember that older lady who was like...
Can we like hit her carpet?
We did definitely take an older lady's carpet and move it to somebody else's. Okay, cool. Come see my facility. Office, bedroom, organization, living room, big sofa. This is where we do a lot of like new client evaluations and one-on-one lessons. It's a little bit less distracting. Here's the upstairs. Lots of organization, lots of cleanliness. When you walk in here, you maybe smell a little bit of dog, right? Like it's a dog facility, but there's no foul odor. I am very meticulous about everything being very clean and organized. So every dog gets their own little bin. We have extra enrichment like slow feeders and puzzle toys, extra food bowls, topples, lick mats, all the fun things in here. And we simulate a home environment here. So if a dog's struggling with like counter surfing at home, it's very nice to have the kitchen and the living room to be able to reenact some of those things at home. Keep very meticulous order on the items that the owner has brought into the facility, extra food, extra treats, the type of training they're coming in for. We have dog handler handling instructions. We track every single pee and poop they go to at the facility and what time. We have some medication logs and feeding logs. Yes, lots of organization here. Their extra stuff here. So we have everybody out for the morning, and then we start getting into activities for the day. So we focus a lot on like trust, environmental exposure, making sure dogs are confident in their environment, and a lot on like the human relationship bond here. We have a very small facility. I call it like a small batch facility. So trainers only take a max of 4 dogs in their care to make sure that quality stays high and we really have that relationship with the owner. I don't ever want to become like that really big facility that has, you know, hundreds of dogs or trainers are taking 10 dogs at a time. I like to keep it really personable and relationship focused. He just graduated a 4-week day train program. He's just a big puppy. Lots of turning into his teenage years. You're turning into a grown man and trying to figure out what that looks like for you. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We're losing our noodle. Oh, you got a waffle? You've got a waffle toy. We focus a lot on dogs just being comfortable in their environment. You know, when they walk into a store and there is slippery floors or, you know, the automatic doors that fly open, we want them to feel comfortable in navigating that and trusting their owner. One of the ways that we can do that is by exposing them to weird things. So we use these different toys, you know, walking on this with the little ridges on it is kind of weird and it moves. This is a wobble board. This freaks a lot of dogs out, and just teaching them that, hey, I can go on this thing and even though it moves, I'm okay. And my owner or my trainer will help me through it. Same with this, you know, getting all 4 feet on this is essentially the goal. And it can really help dogs also learn body awareness. So a lot of dogs don't actually know that their back legs move separately than their front, so we can teach that. And one of the ways that we can do this is through little elevated surfaces that they have to learn how to move their back end onto as well. So yeah, built a lot of confidence in problem solving and thinking and getting comfortable in their own body. Every day we also have a board that goes over what dogs are coming in for training, one-on-one, new client evaluation, daycare, and every dog needs a minimum of 3 activities a day. And those activities are kind of based on what the dog needs. If the dog needs to practice calming down and, you know, collecting their thoughts, we'll do more group climb or problem-solving exercises. Or if a dog needs to get their wiggles out that day, we'll do a lot more like fast things, you know, treadmill. And we just write down so like Tank and Diva are going on a field trip today. So that's already one of their activities. We're gonna go to a big sporting goods store. And then, yeah, treadmill is an activity that a lot of the dogs leave knowing. North Dakota winters are brutal. So it's really nice for owners to be able to use this at home to get their dogs' wiggles out instead of having to, I mean, a lot of dogs, they can't even go outside for long periods of time in the winter. So it's very nice to have. A dog isn't just an object that you can get, it's a best friend, and you have to treat it like a best friend. Everybody always says man's best friend, but they don't actually treat their dog like a best friend. They treat them like something that they can use when they want comfort, when they want to do something, but the dog's needs are always put to the side. And when the dog has a need or expresses a need, oftentimes they're punished or isolated for it. Dog training and being with dogs requires you to learn a lot about yourself if you want to grow as a person. And dogs are a great mirror. They say kids are a great mirror. Dogs are a great mirror as well. Yeah, because we don't do a whole lot of like dog to dog. Yeah, it's all human based. So yeah, we do like private lessons where you would come in and learn. Oh, come here, Tank. So I have a day training program, which is what both of them went through, and that's where you drop off in the morning and pick up at night, Monday through Friday. So it's like bringing them to school, and then they go home on the weekend and at night.
Okay.
And then every week you get an included private lesson with that. So then you get to learn what they learned that week.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. I want people to see their dog as something with their own needs, wants, desires. Embrace those, accept your dog for who they are, and build a true relationship. And I think when people start doing that, honestly, the world would just be a better place, honestly. We like go like circle around people and just remember to reward. I feel like I'm called to a greater mission to help humans and dogs have better relationships together. I think if we lived in a world where people were a little bit more embracing of dogs' characteristics of not being as judgmental, being more forgiving, being happy, just trying to be happy and grateful for what they have, the world would be 10 notches more in the positive side of things. People would be a lot happier and grateful, and the world would just be operating at a little bit higher of a frequency.
Oh, that's a good shot.
I hope that you can find what I've found for myself through dogs and later in life through human relationships, because it's the ultimate form of relationship and unconditional love. And I hope that you share a lot of love and snacks and pets with the humans and little creatures that you care about.